Hi, this is Bill Spatrino. Today is February 17th, 2019. I first of all want to tell everybody congratulations. We have 1,000 subscribers and we are chasing the 4,000 hours. We're very close. We should hit it, according to my calculations, by the end of the day. But I don't know. We just keep watching the videos, and if you see any ads, let them run, please, because that helps us out immensely. Okay, and we're going to get top placement on eBay, or I keep calling it eBay, YouTube. Okay, and keep pressing the subscribe button, spread the word. This is the Truth Channels. We're a two-man operation. Me and my great editor, Michael Stifler, have put this thing together. It was a dream. People told me not to do it. They told me I had to get all these advertisers. I tried to pitch this show to 14 or 15 different stations. Nobody wanted it. Well, guess what? It's coming out because it's the truth. Okay? I don't say things. I'm not some attention whore like Ann Coulter that's trying to sell books. Okay? I'm not little Marco Rubio. I don't go to phone parties. And I didn't cash my IRA out. And he's talking about stock buybacks. He knows about stock buybacks like I know about being a deaf mute. Okay? I don't know. And neither does he. He shouldn't talk. I mean, he's one of the dumbest people I've ever heard. Who cashes their IRA out? I understand people cashing them out. You don't cash them out when you make $200,000 a year and then tell people, it's kind of expensive out there. People kind of know that. Okay, Marco. So just be quiet. I'm so disappointed. Everybody is upset that Donald Trump signed this bill. And people, a lot of my good friends have said to me, Bill, you believe in this BS? Folks, let me just explain to you the realities of life, okay, that most of you understand. Some of you, and look, I have a lot of good friends of mine, okay, that are very principled people. Ralph, if you're listening, Ralph is a patriot friend of mine, and but see, he's a very principled person, which is why he couldn't run for office, because he's an honest person. And he said to me, how can Trump sign this? If you go on Breitbart, Chip Roy, all these different supposedly friends of Trump. First of all, the swamp showed you that they passed the bill through the Senate 83-14. Trump was good. Let's say he vetoed the bill. Then they would have overridden the bill. And you know what the whole thing would have been talked about? Overridden. That would have been the headline. Okay? Nobody likes to. It's like trying to fight Mike Tyson. And people thinking maybe you could beat him up. Why would you fight him and people realize, no, you can't beat him up. He beat you up. Okay? Put you in the hospital. Okay? Every good warrior knows, and business person knows, that you have to pick your battles wisely. Okay? He's not going to win. He knew it. The swamp was writing this bill. All he knows, he told the turtle, Mitch McConnell, I call him the turtle. Okay, everybody has a nickname. I mean, Bernie Sanders is the aardvark from the Pink Panther show. Or the Anteater, actually. The Anteater. If you listen to their voices, they sound just... The Anteater actually sounds a little more intelligent. But he's not a socialist, so... and Beto, he's thinking the wall should be turned down. Alias Beavis. From Beavis and Butthead. I think Beavis is a little better looking than Beto. Okay. But he's not going to win this. And he knew it. And the people were not loyal. And that's the thing that bugs me. And I understand, like I said, my friend Ralph, he sees it, and there's other friends of mine like that. They see it one way, but they don't see that he's talked to attorneys. See, what we've figured out is, and I've talked to some people about this going to court. And I mean, Trump said it when he announced it. He's going to put this in, and then they're going to send it to the Ninth Circuit. They're going to try to block it, and then he's going to send it to the Supreme Court. But see, this is, and I've got this information from people, okay? I'm not telling you where I got it, but I've got it, okay? And a good lawyer gave me this information. He said to me that Trump was told, basically by his lawyers, that if he's going to win in court about a national emergency, okay, he has to look, and I've mentioned this before, he has to look like he tried everything else. And that it's not a political thing. And that there's a true emergency is existing. And people getting killed, that's why he had the angel bombs there. He's giving Congress every chance to appropriate the funds. Okay. Now, they gave him a little bit of funds, but they didn't give him, see, he didn't come up with the $5.7 billion. The Border Patrol did. Okay. They're the ones that asked for 1,700 more agents, the humanitarian aid. That's why he's doing this. Okay. Did they throw a lot of pork into the 1,000-page bill? Yeah, that's what the people in the swamp do. Okay, you're not going to win every battle. I don't know why people think they are. But see, in the end, he's allowed to do an emergency. He has the power to do it. The president in 1977 was authorized to protect the country. The issue in this case is very simple, according to this attorney, who I respect and he doesn't want to be named. Does the president have the power to declare a national emergency and use the existing available funds from other budgets, like defense, to deal with it? There's a law that says the Army can be used to build barriers and other tasks on the border to protect the nation. So there's clearly a legal use of the funds. There's been billions of dollars appropriated for border walls by Congress in the past. They're building a wall right now, so the Dems can't say to the court that there's no precedent or that it's immoral. They voted for it in the past. And again, a few weeks ago, multiple national emergencies have been declared by every president. Obama, and since it started in 1977, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, and some of them are still in. If the Border Patrol declares a crisis an emergency and they make the formal request, and if they're the ones that set the budget, and they're the ones that say the barrier is essential to national security, this attorney told me it would be extremely hard for the courts to stop Trump. Once it gets, the Ninth Circuit doesn't care. Okay. Who are the judges to override the experts? And when he gets the Supreme Court to take it under an emergency review and gets it approved, he has a very good chance to win it. He's empowered under the Constitution and other laws to do it. The precedents are there. There's caravans on the way. The Supreme Court should see this as a real emergency situation. And and there's also, he said to me the other thing, there's a question of standing. Who's going to be the person that's harmed from this thing on the other side of the lawsuit? An illegal? Illegal's going to say my rights are being violated? You don't have rights. As long as John Roberts doesn't, run like he's done in the past. If you're a real attorney, I actually believe strongly that this could get 6 or 7 justices if it goes in front of them. And it almost certainly will. So I feel good about that. You have to be able to see it through those eyes. See, that's the thing that most people don't see. And of course, the presidential hopefuls came to Twitter. And this is the best thing. Like Kamala Harris said, we should do things about actual emergencies that plague our nation, like climate change, the health care access. Climate change is nothing. It's not an emergency. It might be important, but it's not an emergency. It's not going to happen tomorrow. Okay. Saying that it's a vanity project. Lady, Trump Tower is a vanity project. This isn't a vanity project. You know, the fake Indian, Lizzie the Indian, Mexico said it wouldn't pay for Donald Trump's wall. The Congress wouldn't fund it. So now he's throwing a temper tantrum. My new bill would stop him from using disaster recovery funds. I mean, your new bill, it's going to get through what? The Republicans run the Senate, fool. Lizzie, why don't you go have another drink and pretend you're cool by having a beer, okay? You have about as much chance of being the president as I do of being a deaf mute. Bernie Sanders, alias the Anteater, said the American people, the Congress, and the courts must show Trump what the Constitution and separation of powers is. He cannot declare a national emergency whenever he wants it. He's not declaring it whenever he wants it. He's declaring it. Ask the angel moms and ask the families of the people that got murdered. This is a simple question. If your family was hurt or killed or injured from an illegal person who shouldn't be here, would that bug you? I mean, it's that simple. He said it's not a national emergency. That's funny that the people on the border believe that. You know, and Ann Coulter said our only national emergency is that our president's an idiot. And I got news for you. He's the president. He's worth $10 billion. You're none of those things. You are nothing but a no-good, disloyal attention whore. That's what you are. You're an attention whore. And you're not. You go on Bill Maher's show, the guy that you used to sleep with. That's all I have to say. You two are the most. You want to get rid of the national debt? Put those two on film, and then tell people they got to watch that. Watch those two fornicating, and charge everybody $50, or they have to watch it. The deficit will be gone. And then there's Beavis, alias Beto O'Rourke. He said, we don't need an emergency declaration, troops deployed, or additional border walls. And he said if he gets elected, he's going to take the wall down. Oh, okay. Yet, when he gave his speech the other night, he was behind a fence. I want this guy to just walk around. I want him to just walk around, no bodyguards, anything. I hope he does that and wait for somebody to punch him. Kirsten Gillibrand, the other one of the New York people who she doesn't even know she's in the race. She's trying to be important. She said the emergency at the border is not the people dying, getting killed, but by demonizing and ripping apart families. Lady, that was Obama that ripped the families apart. Trump fixed it. The manufactured crisis. Again, ask the people who were killed, ask their families if this was manufactured, if it's racist or wasteful. Do you think they care what nationality the person is that kills them? If a Mexican kills a Mexican, is the Mexican supposed to say, well, Jesus, I don't feel so bad now. Person's a Mexican. This is nonsense. And then the worst came from Stork from Animal House, alias Sherrod Brown Schultz, who says millions of hardworking truck drivers, miners, and others are at the risk of losing the retirement they earn because of Wall Street's greed. I don't even know what he's talking about. He says the bridges around the country are structurally deficient. Roads are in need of repair. Yeah, Schultz, you've been in the Congress for 30 years. And what have you done? Trump just got in it. What the heck have you done? I mean, this is something that Tulsi Gabbard, she's a person running for president that she actually was a veteran, but she knows absolutamente nada. You didn't even know who she was. She's from Hawaii. I don't even have a name for her yet. She's not even important enough. She's like the person at the end of the show. They don't even put him in the credits. They call him, what do they call him? Grip Boy or something? I don't know. I'll have to ask my nephew, who's a producer. Anytime a president declares a national emergency in order to get his way, the closer we are to a dictatorship. Now, Obama gave 10 national emergencies. I don't remember her saying any of that. And then Julian Castro, he's going to run. We need a Hispanic in the race. Now, we got every other nationality put in. We no longer have three co-equal branches of government. The president, in taking money designated by Congress for other needs to build this senseless wall, has voided the voice of the people. No, that's not true at all. The real emergency is the constitutional crisis the president has just instigated. Julian, let me give you a tip, even though you're an attorney. The president has the rights to do this. Okay, it was given to him in 1977. Okay, this is a fact. I'm not making it up. Nobody is. So, and we'll talk more about this as the time goes on. As far as the investing, the Amazon deal Amazon pulled out. I mean, look, Jeff Bezos is a big lefty. He gave this project to New York. He made a deal with de Blasio, another idiot that's running for president, and Cuomo. He made a deal. But these state senators, they want to try to hold Amazon up. Let me guys give you a little tip. You cannot tell a person worth $40 million what to do. It won't work. Any of those rock stars, you can't tell them anything. Jeff Bezos is worth $140 billion. Billion. Not million. Billion. If he made a deal with somebody, if you think you're going to hold him up and you're going to intimidate him and you're going to push him around, you are sadly mistaken. Donald Trump, who's worth $10 billion, as the president, can't push Bezos around. These Congress people and AOC came out, see, we did it. We did it. Those 30,000, and I mean, I have to tell you, the people on CNBC, they wanted that thing because they're in New York. And they went after the politicians today. I mean, it was entertaining. And it's funny because you have people who preach socialism, but see, the way the deal was set up, Amazon they were only getting, the city of Queens was giving basically $500 million. The rest of the $3 billion Amazon was getting was tax credits if they created so many jobs. Okay. $500 million to bring 30,000 jobs paying an average of $150,000 plus all the other money there. The state of New York, the governor, the mayor of New York, these people made big, and then de Blasio's going after Jeff Bezos and Amazon. Very bad. His presidential candidate will draw absolutamente no money. That guy, I'd like to say he'll finish in the top. He won't finish in the top 12. I don't even think he'll get enough money to be garbage man. Okay, he better just stay in New York because he can't run for president. I mean, the left is all fighting each other, and I like it that way. I really do. But you're scaring people with socialism, and I know a lot of Democrats, and they are telling me, especially in New York, they're telling me they can't believe how stupid these politicians are and how oblivious and tone deaf they are. But thankfully, they are. And Trump doesn't look, and again, Trump's approval ratings keep going up. You know why? Because he's not on the front page of the paper. They are. Last thing I'm going to talk about briefly is Colin Kaepernick's collusion settlement was settled today, and supposedly was settled between $60 and $80 million. I mean, this guy made more money from not playing. If I was the NFL, I would have never settled this case. Never. I don't care what it would have. I don't care if it would have cost me $100 million to defend it. I just said there was no collusion. The guy stinks. He stinks. Eric Reed had a case. Look, nobody's not signing a guy. They're signing. If you can play, they'll sign you. The Browns just signed Kareem Hunt. He kicked somebody right in the head. Kicked him. It's on tape. Kicked him right in the head like a field goal kicker, even though he's a running back. The Browns signed him because he can play. If the guy couldn't play, in life, they don't care what you say or do. If Tom Brady wanted to go and pee on Robert Kraft's leg while they were standing there, what's Kraft going to do? Get rid of him? He wants to win. The people that own teams want to win. That's why they own them. It's competitive. They don't play the game to just play. That's complete and utter nonsense. Roger Goodell should be fired. But, I mean, these owners, I guess each owner's giving them a couple $1 million. I wouldn't pay the guy. See, I would give that money to charity. I would do something else with it, but not give it to some entitled guy. You're paying a man $60 million not to play. I mean, the case, that's just a rumor that no one has proven that it's non-disclosed. They can't disclose it. You know why they don't want him disclosing it? Because of this embarrassment. But look, this stuff leaks out. It always leaks out today because there's money. Somebody leaks it out because somebody wants money. We're going to talk about some more cases in the next one. Again, thank you. Watch as much as you can. You know, watch our ads, please. It helps us. That's how we are going to earn any money doing this. So the more money that I make in this, I'm going to expand this. And we're going to be able to interview people and travel and do a lot of things. So I appreciate everybody. People say, you already have the money to do this. When I told people I was going to build a media empire, I said I was going to do it not with my own wealth, but only with the money I've generated doing this. That's it. It's it. The only thing I bought for this, and I told the people when I started, I'm going to buy one microphone, and that's what I did. Other than that, all our growth is going to be organic, meaning it's going to come from within. If you, the people, enjoy what you're hearing, you'll continue to patronize us. So from behind the wheel of the truth machine, this is Bill Spatrino asking you to sit back and enjoy the ride.